So, hi team. Thanks for joining the session. A very good afternoon to you all. So, I would be taking you through the Amio voice admin interface. So, the basic role of admin would be creation of users. You will be able to create campaigns, queues, and as an admin, you would be able to assign those particular agents into a different campaigns as well in the different queues as well. Also, there will be certain routing logics which, as an admin, you will be defining for your company. So, for that, I'm just sharing my screen. Please do confirm once it's visible to you all. Yeah. JT, can you please confirm?
Yes, Kamal, we can see your screen.
Sure. So basically, it is going to be a web-based interface that we are offering to these admins. So as an admin, what I can do is I can just put my user ID and the password to work into the system. Now, once I would be logged in, I would be able to see various tabs over here. So one is a user tab, another is a process tab. So let's come under the user tab first, where we will be designing those particular users. So in Amio, we have three roles. One is the agent role, a front desk people that will be communicating with your customer, a supervisor role, wherein as a manager, you will be tracking those particular activities. Third role would be the admin, who will be creating all these agents or the supervisor. So now over here, you can see a create option. So once I click on this create option, let me just quickly create one of the agent role. For example, I can give a agent ID. Let's suppose this would be the agent ID for this agent. What will be the username? I can give that. Even I will be creating a password for that agent. So once I can create this particular agent, or let me just create with another agent, which is already created as of now. So once I will be creating this agent, it will be like this. Over here, you can see that this is the agent which we have created as of now. Now, we wanted this particular agents to work under certain campaigns. So under the process, we have a different campaign. So let me just quickly create one of the campaigns for you. So I can click on this create new campaign. Now these are the process which have been created for you. So let's suppose under the banking process, I wanted to create a certain campaign. A campaign type, outbound call or inbound campaign. I can just select that. I can give a campaign name. Let's suppose a broken promise campaign name. This is a name which we can give. And the agent. So let's suppose this is the agent which I have created as of now. I wanted to assign this particular agent into this campaign. Or let's suppose I wanted to assign multiple agents. So I can click on these agents. It is as simple as that. I can just drag and drop these agents into this campaign. So once I click on this save, a campaign has been created and the agents have been assigned into this particular campaign. Also, now under the users or under the process, these are already the predefined campaign. Let me just show that how you would be able to assign more agents into these campaigns or the queues. So let's suppose for an inbound campaign or a telecommunication campaign, there is a particular user which you can see over here. These are the assigned users and these are the pool of users which you have right now created from this user tab. Now at certain point of time, let's suppose there might be peak hours of the day where you wanted more number of agents should be able to work into this campaign. There might be a lot of traffic or a lot of customers that are reaching out to you and you wanted these agents should also work under this particular campaign at the peak time of day. So you can just drag and drop those particular agents and these agents would also be able to work under this campaign. Also, you can design your queues. So queues can be defined based on various parameters. Let's suppose a language parameter or a department parameter. Based on this parameter or any kind of parameter, you can design a queue. So on this particular system right now, you can see that we have defined these particular queues. Let's suppose this is on the department parameter. Now I have few agents that are capable enough to work under this campaign or this particular queue. So I can see that these are the pool of agents which I have created from the user side. Again, what I can do is I can move those particular agent into this queues as well. Even queues can be defined based on the language. For example, you have defined a queue for English language. And these are the 4 agents that are proficient enough in English language. So you can just drag and drop those particular agent, and from their interface, a call can be landed onto their interface, and they would be able to handle those customers. So this is how the campaigns and queues can be created and the user creation can be done into this Amuse ecosystem. Moving on to the second point, that is the replication of IVR flow for the same time of campaign. Just assume an example over here that right now we have 2 campaigns or 2 processes. One is the banking process, one is the telecom process. Now, under this telecom process, there is an inbound campaign or a customer care service campaign which is already running. Now, same campaign or the same logic which I wanted, which is working into this particular campaign, I wanted to work for the banking process too. So what I can do is I can fetch this particular routing logics directly. It can be downloaded onto this particular system like this. I can go on to this banking process. So this is the banking process. We have the inbound campaign, or let's suppose this is the banking process. This is the customer service campaign. Similar logic I would be able to apply over here by clicking on this browse button. Same logic which I've already downloaded, I would be able to upload over here. So this is how it can be done. So basically it is used to increase your productivity, and you do not want similar kind of routing logics, or you do not want it to waste time in setting up all these process. If you wanted same IVR replication should be done, you can just fetch from the previous IVR or the previous campaign. You can upload or download or upload over here in this the upcoming campaign or the campaign which you have created right now. So proceeding with the third point, that is the disposition feature. So how as an admin you will be able to set those particular dispositions. So from the system level, on the system configuration, you would be able to see these dispositions. Now disposition over here means the outcome of that particular call or the context of that call. So once the agent is ending that particular call, he is selecting a one-word disposition. So all those dispositions are configured by these admin from this admin interface. Now there are 2 things in disposition. One is the disposition class, one is the disposition plan. So in case of disposition class, so this is a pool or summation of all the dispositions. For example, you have created a banking. Under this banking, what can be the disposition? For example, if a customer is inquiring about the credit card or a promise to pay, or let's suppose it's about broken promise. So these are the disposition which as an admin you will be setting over here. Now these disposition would be visible to your agents once he's ending that particular call. Now once you have added those particular disposition, you will be coming to the disposition plan. Now there might be scenario that under this banking disposition, these are already the disposition of banking which you have selected. Now there might be scenario that your agents are also working for the sales process or might be another process. So they would be able to see all the pool of disposition in this disposition plan. So even you can choose a disposition from the other plan or other class as well. For example, from a telecom class, I wanted to choose a disposition as a complaint, which might also work under the banking process. So I can just select that. Even other disposition can be callback, which might be common for all the process or all the classes. So all of this thing I would be able to do over here. So this is how, as an admin, you would be able to add those dispositions, and these dispositions would be visible for your agents once they are ending that call, which gives your supervisor a clear understanding that this is the outcome of that particular call. So moving ahead, I would be showcasing how you can configure the rep timeout for your agent. So under the process, there would be campaign. Under the setting, you can see various options. So these are the pre-configured, which we have provided from your buyer services team. We generally recommend you should not change this frequently. But as a manager, you wanted to set the after call activity for these agents. So from here, you can set that. Under this setting, under the process, there is a campaign. For this campaign, you wanted to set the after call activity time. So right now we have given for 30 seconds. So within that particular 30-second time, your agents would be able to fill that particular notes, even if you wanted to work under the CRM or update any information in the CRM. So this is the time which you are giving. So it's totally upon your use case and requirement, what time you wanted to give for your particular agent after ending that particular call. So from here, you can set those after call activity time. Similarly, you can set for each and every campaign. So this was for the this campaign. Let me just show that. Let's suppose this is another campaign. For this campaign also you wanted to set that. So there is a setting for this campaign also, you can set that after call activity time. Might be different for different campaigns. Moving ahead, I would be showcasing how you can configure breaks for your agent. So every organization, so let's suppose your working hours are from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. We all know that all the agents would not be continuously working from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. You wanted to give certain breaks to your agents. So from this interface, you would be able to set that. So this is a system level configuration. So from setting, you can see that these are the breaks which have been created right now. Now let's suppose I wanted to add another break, a short break or a lunch break. So from here, I would be able to add that. Even I would be able to delete any kind of break which I do not wanted to give to that agent. Now, once you have added this particular break, from the supervisor, he will be setting the time for this break. As an admin, you will be defining or you will be configuring the break according to your company use case or policy. As a manager, they will be defining the time. Based on that, the agent would be able to have a view what is the time for each and every break. So this is a system level configuration. So moving ahead, we have configuration of working hours. So working hours can be configured on two levels. Either it could be on the system level, either it could be on the campaign level. So holiday and working hours are basically required. So there can be various use cases. So just one use case can be, for example, your working hours are from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Might be different for different days. So what you can do is you can set the time. Now let's suppose as a customer, I try to reach out to your company during the non-working or the office hours. Then we could also play a prompt at the IVR. I would be showcasing that from where you would be able to upload the prompts in the upcoming section. From here, you can set the time. Now, once I reach to your company during the non-working hours, just giving an example, a sample message like that, that you are trying to connect us during the non-working hours, we will be getting back to you on the next working day. So certain kind of prompts could be played to that particular customer. From here, you can add that particular time. So let's suppose at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., I would be able to add that. Even there can be another scenario. Let's suppose there is any kind of holidays, or for example, there is a 26th January. Now you know that the agents would not be available on that particular holiday, or let's suppose on 26th January. From here, you can set those particular holiday as well. Even if the customers are trying to reach you, then again a message can be played. From supervisor interface, he can arrange a callback for all those customers. That is also possible. Also, this is a system level configuration. Even if you wanted to have under the campaign level, for each campaign you wanted to define or have another holiday in the office hour, that is also possible. So on the campaign level also, you can define those particular configurations. Even you can upload a prompt, which I was mentioning. So these prompts can be uploaded. So let's suppose even there is a welcome message, or let's suppose there is a hold message that needed to be played to that customer once he is on hold. So all those prompts can be uploaded over here. Even during the, let's suppose on 26th January, your customers are trying to reach out to you. So you could play a Republic Day message to that particular customer. So what you can do is you can upload the file, a Republic Day file. You can upload that. You can even download this previous file. So let's suppose on next working day, you wanted to roll back this particular recording itself. Again, you can choose that particular file and roll back the previous recording. This is as simple as that. You can choose a new file. Once the for example, holiday has done or the further activity has done, you can choose that particular file. You can download the previous file, re-upload that file once again if the purpose has been solved. So we have covered the prompts where you can upload the file. So the next feature is do not call numbers or DNC number. So again, over here in the system level, we can see a DNC list. So there can be various use cases for the DNC as well. So for example, let's suppose your agents have dialed to that customer, and as a customer I receive a call, might be around, it could be for the telesales, or it could be around any information, but customer is not interested in communicating with your company. Now he said that please do not call me on this number. So what you can do as a manager is to let's suppose you do not wanted to reach, or let's suppose you wanted to do not wanted to reach that customer. So you can upload those particular customer file over here. So you can choose the list of customers that need not to be dialed from this system. So even if it's a manual dial, even it's a dialer that is running on, the system would not be dialing to that particular customer. So this is where from where you would be able to upload the DNC list. Also, there is a blacklisting feature. So what happens is, so it is in a case of inbound scenario. So sometimes your customer tries to reach out to you again and again, even if this query has been resolved. Or let's suppose if customer is using abusive language or might be very rude for your agents, and you do not want that this particular customer should reach out to you continuously, or you do not want this customer should reach out to us anyhow. So you can blacklist that particular customer. So whenever this customer tries to reach you or dial that particular number of your company over the IVR, the system would not be routing that particular call to the agents. So this is how, or this is from where you would be uploading those particular blacklist number of those customers. So this was the features which we needed to discuss for this particular webinar.